Hello there, Matthias back on screen again. In this episode I am going to speak about one of my very favorite harp and blues players, Jerry McCain, Jerry Boogie McCain as he was called. I'm a big fan of Excello and he was one of the more noted artist on the label. So yeah, I have been collecting Excello for quite some time, and I have about, I don't know, 110 or 120 45s released on Excello. I think it was about 350 45s released totally. And anyway, just this year actually I got the one and last Jerry McCain Excello 45 in the mail, so I have a complete set of his Excello releases. That's why I thought I would do an episode about him and because I like him. Well, he was born in Gadsden, Alabama, a city or town that he lived in all his life. He actually died there as well. He was born in 1930 and got interested in blues and music because of the street musicians around town. So he started learning harmonica, and later on he met Little Walter in Gadsden. He was there doing gigs, so he actually spoke to him and met him. So he is also a big influence, like for most harp players, I guess. Little Walter was very influential. Jerry's first release was for the Trumpet label, and it was a song called East of the Sun on the A side, and on the flip, Wine oh Wine. This is my fave of these two sides. I will play it actually a bit later, not yet. He released 4 records for trumpet. It was Lillian McMurray who had the label, and on this first recording, his brother Walter played the drums. He then got the record contract for Excello, and he started out with a 45 called That's What They Want on the A side, and Courting in a Cadillac on the flip side. This one was released in 1955, so this was his first release for Excello. That's What They Want is sort of a mannish boy, I'm a man kind of blues. Very distinctive, really cool, I think. Caught in a Cadillac, I would say it appealed to a rockabilly crowd as well as a R&B crowd. Very nice up-tempo. Both of them are up-tempo. Maybe Caught in a Cadillac a bit more. And his next single, If It Wasn't For My Baby, it's a bit slower, and then on the flip side, this one is really great. You Don't Love Me No More. This is a tough one. One of the last I got. Maybe it was the last actually. This is one of the tougher ones. You Don't Love Me No More is really, really great. Well, his third, also from 1956, Run Uncle John, Run. On the flip side, Things Ain't Right. Run Uncle John Run is a really cool up-tempo funny song. while Things Ain't Right is more of a serious blues ballad. Lovely ballad. I love it. It's a really great song. His fourth record for Excello was My Next Door Neighbor, flipped with Trying to Please. And this is a great double-sider. It really shows off his humor, I think. Trying to Please, it's like the crowd are shouting for rock and roll, but anything he plays is just wrong. The crowd wants something else. So in the end he starts to play rock and roll, I think, on this song. It was a while since I listened to it. My Next Door Neighbor is really cool as well. This was released in 1957. So his first from 55, his second and third was released in 56, and his fourth in 1957. In 1957 he also released Listen Young Girls and Bad Credit. Two great blues sides. It's not his best, but it's not his... He actually didn't do any bad... well, he did one bad song. I will come to that one. But Listen Young Girls and Bad Credit, it's a great 45. Great blues. And his last and third from 1957 is Groom Without a Bride, which I really don't like. I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's a bad song, but maybe it's fun, I don't know. I haven't listened to the lyrics really. But the flip side, The Jigs Up, is a great song. Great blues rocker, or whatever you want to call it. It's a bit in demand within the R&B crowd, R&B DJs as well. I don't know, it's tough to choose one favorite of these, but I really like the first one. That's What They Want, and Courting in a Cadillac. It's really good. But maybe I would pick 4 or 5 songs and put them all on number 1. I don't know. After the 6th single on Excello, he left the company. And in 1960, I will show a few other 45s I have. I don't have a complete set for the later stuff. It's mainly the Excello stuff that I've been collecting. Actually, before I go to the later stuff, I will show this as well. Norton Records released a bunch of records with him, which was demo tapes from the 50s. I think it was from 1955. All of them, actually. Yeah, all of them are 1955 demos. And it's really rough and tough and raw blues rockers. And they are worth getting. For this one, for example, Choo Choo Rock and Geronimo Rock and Roll on the flip. We have Rock and Roll Ball with I Want Somebody to Love, Turn Your Damper Down. We have Bell in My Heart and I'm a Ding Dong Daddy from a Rock and Roll City, which is really cool. We have It Must Be Love and A Cutie Named Judy, also really great rockers. And the last one is a demo of My Next Door Neighbor and Crying Like a Fool. I don't remember all of these songs. It was quite some time I listened to these, but some of them are absolutely brilliant. It's a total 5 of them, so worth getting if you don't have them. Okay, Anyway, when he left Excello, he recorded for different companies. Rex out of New Orleans, he recorded for Jewel and OK. I have 3 of them. This is the first one he did after leaving Excello. It's from 1960, so it's She's Tough and an instrumental called Steady. She's Tough is a great blues. Both of these songs are great, but She's Tough, I think the fabulous Thunderbirds from Texas with Jimmy Vaughan recorded it early in their career. I also have, I don't remember if it's the first OK, but it might be. It's from 1962. Red Top Flit with Twist 62. Twist 62, the flip side, is my fave. And then I have one more on OK, and it's Hop Stroll backed with Turn the Lights on Popeye. Turn the Lights on Popeye is really cool. I think it sounds a bit modish. Great instrumental. These are the records I have, but I will probably try to acquire his Trumpet 78s or 45s. I don't know. I don't remember if all of them were released on 45, but at least on 78. Okay, so I'm going to play the flip side on his first record, the Trumpet 78. It's called Wine Oh Wine. It was released in 1953. Okay, You Don't Love Me No More. I saw another man knocking on your door. yeah, that was Jerry McCain, and the sound of that one tells quite a lot on how his sound overall at the Excello sounded. And if you can imagine that sound, but even rawer, then you have these ones. This is actually a picture of him right there, and his brother, I think. I wouldn't swear on it, but I think it's his brother. Anyway, this is Jerry McCain. What more can I say about him? He's great. He recorded all his career. I don't know much about his 80s and 90s and even later output, but I think he passed away in 2012. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode and that you are curious about collecting Jerry McCain, because he's worth it. See you later.